Here's why, in my opinion, they didn't do a very good job, and that's with Kelsey Mitchell, an unrestricted free agent who had an incredible season and didn't get the credit she deserved. Remember when Sheryl Swoopes claimed to have the inside scoop on the Fever's locker room drama? Well, guess what? Kelsey Mitchell just blew that theory out of the water with a single signature. She didn't just resign with IND Indiana. Instead, she shut down every wild rumor that Swoopes tried to spread the word. He's been good to me, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back. Here's where it gets juicy. Mitchell didn't stop at signing. She has some choice words that will make Swoopes eat crow. You won't believe what Kelsey has to say, which is putting Swoopes in her place as she defends Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever and why she's proud to call her second home. Are you ready? Let's go. People in the Fever were like, that's not my point. There's a lot of other going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be over there. Yeah, it's a Nushi going around there. There's a lot. Let's talk about Sheryl Swoopes and her alleged insider information about the Fever. This woman has been spinning tales faster than a basketball on her finger, and it's time we called her out. On Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Swoopes says there are a lot of other things going on with the Fever, according to her players who are itching to bail, saying, this isn't where I want to be really, Sheryl, because from where we're standing, the Fever just had their best season in years. What kind of things do you... I'm not in the locker room. I know I'm talking about more social media. It's a turn. It's a turn right. It's a turn of the tides. Everyone witnessed it at the start of the season, but wait, there's more. When she attempted to discredit Clark's NCAA scoring record, Swoopes claimed that she was in her 5th year, a 25-year-old playing against teenagers. Newsflash, Sheryl Clark was in her 4th year, and as of the last time I checked, she had just celebrated her 23rd birthday. Don't even get me started on Swoopes' prediction regarding Clark's WNBA struggles. How did that turn out for you? Sheryl Clark just became the first rookie in nearly 2 decades to make the all NBA first team. But I suppose breaking 62 records in your rookie season is what Swoopes refers to struggling WNBA MVPs in your career. Would you consider each of those 3 seasons? As a WNBA veteran and media reporter, you might think that Sheryl Swoopes has a point when she says that Caitlin is dominant. However, as you can see, she is willing to lie about her own career before even acknowledging that Caitlin is dominant. This is incorrect because guess what happened? Kelsey Mitchell, the player that Swoopes claimed was being mistreated, resigned with a fever. That's right, the same Kelsey Mitchell that Swoopes claimed didn't receive the credit she deserved. What's funny is that while Swoopes was busy playing armchair general manager, the real Fever management was singing a different tune. Amber Cox, the team's president, couldn't stop praising Clark and Mitchell. Our top priority going into free agency is re-signing Kelsey Mitchell. I believe that backcourt was as deadly as we've seen in WNBA history during the second half of the previous season. And Stephanie White has been raving about Mitchell's significance to the team's future. So what's really going on here? Is that Swoopes is just out of touch? Or is there something else going on? From where we're sitting, it looks like she's trying to create drama where none exists. And if she doesn't, we wouldn't be where we are now. We're going to get into that in a little while, and I promise you won't want to miss it. But first, let's talk about sour grapes, shall we? Because that's exactly what Sheryl Swoopes is serving up, and it's not a good look. Remember when Caitlin Clark won Time Magazine Athlete of the Year? It was a huge moment for women's basketball, the first time ever a WNBA player won that title, and you'd think everyone in the basketball world would be celebrating, right? Well, not Swoopes G-Star. What are your thoughts? I don't think I'm surprised. Instead, I'm interested to know who the other contenders were. Champagne Swoopes chose to play party pooper at Gil's Arena. She begins to question the award criteria, asking if it really comes down to her on-court performance. She says, come on, Sheryl, we all know it's not just about buckets and assists. Clark was a WNBA MBA candidate last year, but it's also about impact, influence, and pushing the sport forward. And she's doing all that and more, especially after her back-to-back historic NCAA senior season at Iowa and her record-breaking freshman season at Indiana. The fact that she is the first WNBA player to ever win Time Magazine Athlete of the Year is pretty special. Which is true, she had a fantastic season, But wait, it gets better. Then they say that A'ja Wilson ought to have been nominated instead. Now, don't get me wrong, Wilson is an excellent player on the court, but this is about honoring a historic moment for women's basketball as a whole. They missed the forest for the trees, and it's really kind of embarrassing for Wilson in there. That's what I mean when I say that. Was it just her performance on the court, or is it global? If you want to know what true leadership looks like, look no further than Amber Cox, the general manager of the Indiana Fevers. Let's talk about that change for a moment. You know how some people say that women's basketball doesn't attract crowds? Well, Clark blew that argument out of the water, with analysts not just saying that Clark moves the needle, but that she is the needle. Now, many people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle, which is incorrect because we all know what she's done on the floor. It's history. But off the floor, my goodness, this is where it gets really interesting. While Swoopes is busy scoffing, the Fever organization is enjoying the sunshine. She and the Indiana Fever contributed to 45% of the WNBA's broadcast value last season, and her jersey was the best-selling item. The WNBA saw a huge increase in viewership and attendance during the 2024 season, and the numbers support this, with packed arenas, merchandise flying off the shelves, and social media buzzing nonstop. This is beneficial for all of the players in the league, not just Clark or the Fever. So I believe Caitlin moves because she knows that people follow her everywhere and is very strategic about determining her value. Stuck in the past, acting as though Clark's success somehow diminishes the accomplishments of others. It's a classic case of back in my day syndrome, and it's not a good look for a Hall of Famer. Instead of supporting the next generation, she's trying to put a spotlight on them. The basketball community isn't having it, though, as players and analysts are criticizing Swoopes for spreading false information and attempting to discredit current players. It seems as though she forgot that the game is moving forward, not backward, and that's what she was going to do. Maybe not, maybe not. But let's take a look at this man. I got to tell you that Sheryl Swoopes is getting crushed over Clark's success yesterday. Is it jealousy, a misguided attempt to stay relevant, or is there something deeper going on that we're all missing? Because let's face it, this isn't just about one player or one award. It's about recognizing and celebrating the players who are pushing the game to new heights. And right now, Caitlin Clark is at the forefront of that movement. First of all, thank you for being here and for demonstrating to Kelsey how important she is to the Indiana Fever. I appreciate you, yeah, so much. What is the real story here? What did Mitchell actually say, and why is she so excited to be back? Everything about Kelsey Mitchell is what we're about. Her core values, her core basketball act, and the Indiana Fever. So this was a great day for our franchise, and it starts with her. Her legacy continues in Indiana jersey, and we're off to the races now. But you know who else is part of that movement? That's the same Kelsey Mitchell who resigned with the team, effectively shutting down all those locker room drama rooms. Although there were rumors of locker room drama and player dissatisfaction, Kelsey Mitchell's decision to resign with the Indiana Fever was something most fans expected. Mitchell quietly put pen to paper, committing her future to the team that drafted her. From the moment she stepped on the floor at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, her time with the Indiana Fever has been unforgettable. Say pressure, no pressure. I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It's been my second home since I went pro, so this is the only city I know. So seeing you guys open your arms to me, impactful and historic. Mitchell, she'll pull up. Here's a three. She's got it, and that's a record. Let's go back a little. Mitchell, the second overall pick in the 2018 WNBA draft, has been the beating heart of the team since day one. Her journey with the team hasn't always been easy. There have been difficult seasons, coaching changes, and rebuilding years, but she has persevered in improving her game year after year as her career in Indiana continued, with eye-popping performances and accolades pouring in. Oh, the best part is that I enjoy this process and know that I'm a pillar of change. I can be one of the first to say that Foundation was late because she would solidify her place among the league's best players. The 2024 season was a breakthrough for Mitchell. Her career high average was 19 shooting, 46 and scoring 2 points per game, 40 and 8% from the field. I'm excited about our future, but I would never change my past. I know what I had to do to get to this point, and I wouldn't change it for the world bosses ahead, Wheeler extra feet. Oh, that was pretty. Plus the foul. I'm very grateful to be one of the ones that, put the rigs down. Mitchell finished in the top 10 in the league in scoring in 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2% from beyond the arc. These aren't just numbers, they're a testament to Mitchell's hard work and dedication. The importance of Mitchell to the Fever cannot be overstated. Head coach Stephanie White praised her work ethic and approach to the game, and the organization backed up their words with actions, designating Mitchell as a core player and offering her a supermax contract worth nearly $4 million for the 2025 season. However, Mitchell's motivation to stay goes beyond the money. In her own words, Indiana has been my second home since I went pro, and seeing you guys open your arms to me was a big part of me coming back. She even expressed her excitement about playing with Caitlin Clark, dispelling rumors of any tension between them. After that, I met one of the greatest people in the world, Caitlin Clark, who just ran the basketball team. I believe that together we want to make you guys feel like you were a part of our journey to success. And I'm here, so let's do. Mitchell's reigning isn't just about basketball. It's about loyalty, growth, and the power of community. It's about a player who stuck with her team through thick and thin, and a team that believed in her potential as the Fever looked to the future, and they did so with Kelsey Mitchell leading the charge, ready to take on all comers and prove that sometimes the best stories are the ones that defy expectations. Let's take a moment to discuss team chemistry. Some people say it's overrated, but the Indiana Fever are proving those people completely wrong, while Sheryl Swoopes, I'm a Fever girl again, I'm a Fever girl, I'm excited, I'm a Fever girl again, I'm a Fever girl again. A lot of thought went into this decision based on what I needed for myself and obviously for my family, friends. And India is a second home, so I thought I'd give it a try. I remember when Lexi Hall spilled the tea about that hilarious practice moment. One game, Christy turned on loud music because I can't remember where we were going because we knew the arena would be noisy. Caitlin screamed, "Can someone turn it?"